Hey guys, my name's Nelson. I'm one half of Absolute Streaming, which is a live streaming company in Southeast Queensland in Australia, the other half being my good friend Michael. Now, this is a video about how we solo, essentially. So we've come late to the party, probably compared to a lot of other people with bonded streaming, but we've really enjoyed it so far. The last year or two, we've had the old kind of device, which has been great. And then as soon as the pros were announced, we then walked up to that in the first shipment to come into Australia, which was great from LiveU Pacific. Now, from that point of view, we do a number of different streams. They can be really challenging at times due to mobile network that's in Australia. Sometimes we'll have like 1 megabit uploads on one device. And so you just can't rely on that from that point of view. And that's where having multiple different devices like the Nighthawks and stuff that we kind of deal with, as well as some USB dongles and Wi-Fi and whatever we need, can really be useful in that scenario. And it just gets us out. It shows us 1080p 50, which is all the time that we need generally to YouTube or another streaming site. And we just stay up, and that's the main thing. So we have these Go boxes that we have the old Solos, our Nighthawks, all of our power and everything into it that comes out. And we have the lovely little screens on the Pro, which has been really nice to kind of monitor the video and audio that we've been going out as well. Our LiveU stays close to us. It's often in line with some other hyperdecks as well to get a high quality record on top of that. And lately we had one concert where it was basically a Faraday cage and the techs had scoffed at the director saying, oh, we won't go out while you're live streaming. We hooked up 6 devices to it. We had full 1080p 50 at least 6 to 7 megabit that was going to YouTube, and it was just non-stop, and it didn't stop at all. We also do a number of other concerts in different areas, and we found this really useful internally as well as externally, and that's how we solo. We do a lot of AFL, which is a main sport in Australia, and probably a lot of people overseas wouldn't understand it as much, but we really find this good because in some grounds we get no internet, and this really helps us in Australia where sometimes mobile networks can struggle. Some of the big stadiums are good, but the little ones really are not that great. As you can see here, we've started going on the beach a lot more and really exposing our gear to the elements. You see the LiveU down in the bottom corner there. But it has held up like phenomenally and with either device, and we've been really happy from that point of view as well. And I think the people that we work for just see so much benefit that we can get out such high quality streams that rival a lot of the other networks that come along, whether it be news or something else on top, just from our small devices. And we just keep going, and this really spurs us to grow even further because that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're competitive, and that's why in a remote environment these solos just blow everything else out of the water. So from Absolute Streaming, that is how we solo. We are certainly not going anywhere with it, and we really love these devices. So I hope that this has made a good attempt to show how we solo, and keep streaming.